Welcome to Dungeon Craft. I'm Professor Dungeon Master, coming to you from Dungeon University, and this channel is about playing the ultimate game of D&D and other role-playing games.
Dungeon Craft, hosted by Professor Dungeon Master, is a channel all about tips for running the game, as well as building your own terrain. With his +1 Tweed Vest of Insight, the Professor offers advice on how to streamline your sessions, how to make combat more interesting and less of a slugfest, creating diabolical villains, and so much more.
Today in Dungeon Craft, we discuss the one secret that every Dungeon Master needs to know. When to split the party. Today on Dungeon Craft. Today we talk treasure and money on Dungeon Craft. Today on Dungeon Craft, metagaming, what it is, why it's a problem, and what you can do about it. Crime and punishment in your D&D and Pathfinder campaign. Today on Dungeon Craft. Murder hobos. Where do they come from and how do we get rid of them? Today on Dungeon Craft. How to narrate combat like a boss. Today on Dungeon Craft. I tell you about the time I dumped my girlfriend to play D&D on this special Valentine's edition of Dungeon Craft. What Shakespeare can teach us about Dungeons & Dragons, today on Dungeon Craft. How to design a great villain, today on Dungeon Craft. How to adapt D&D for young children, today on Dungeon Craft. Because I'm the Dungeon Master, that's why. Today on Dungeon Craft. Why games may be more important now than ever. Today on Dungeon Craft.
Professor Dungeon Master even developed a concept called Ultimate Dungeon Terrain.
So I'm best known for Ultimate Dungeon Terrain. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the concept, instead of covering your table with terrain, UDT abstractly represents zones.
A sleek and simple portable lightweight battle map that uses the close, far, near system of rules to make combat even simpler.
There are 3 zones. The inner circle is melee combat, the middle circle is range distance, and the outer circle is within hearing distance, but it's far away. The advantage is you can see the positions and who has cover, but you don't have to set up and clean up tons of terrain. You can also mount it on a Lazy Susan, so all your players can see exactly what's going on and move their miniatures.
This, and many other builds, are presented in clear ways so that any DIY DM out there will be able to start their own campaigns, no matter their level of XP.
Well, I got wooden spools and wooden discs from Michael's the craft store. I cut a piece of self-sticking linoleum floor tile to fit the wood and I just press it on. Then I use Elmer's wood glue to glue the spool on top of that and another disc on top of that. Then I'm going to let it dry and dry brush it. Make sure you use a thoroughly dry brush and mix a lighter color like a white into that gray. Just lighten it up a bit and rub the brush back and forth over the surface and the detail, that texture, will pop out. My final step is to wash it. This is my homemade wash. I'm very candid about my sources. I get this wash formula from Black Magic Craft, which is a great channel. And here are the pillars when they dry. You can seal the paint by using Tester's Dull Coat Sealer or just a couple of sprays of Minwax. From overhead, you can see the pillars are taller than the figures, but short enough that you're not going to accidentally knock them over with your hands. That square linoleum base also helps them from being tipped over.
My only real critique about this channel is, I just want to see more from Deathbringer.
And I'm Deathbringer. Subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be informed when we upload new videos every week.
But all in all, Professor Dungeon Master, I'm giving your channel an A+. You've earned it.